E3 2016 coverage in partnership with MMOExaminer. I'm Mustapha Price. Who I have here with me today, say hi when I say your name. I've got James Cowan.
Hello.
Jeremy Moore.
Hello.
And new with us for the first time, Nick Lanza.
Howdy.
So, what we have here now is we're about to go into the Ubisoft E3 press conference, which is pretty exciting. Earlier we had Microsoft, who blew it out of the water. You know, they started off by announcing a new console and then ended off by announcing a console better than the new console they announced. So, and everything in between. So they definitely, you know, they packed it in. They did a great job. And I expect something similar from Ubisoft. I mean, obviously they don't have the, they're not a console manufacturer, so they lack some of the ability to generate as much hype, but they are, you know, they're probably going to pile it on in terms of games. I know one Ubisoft game that I myself am looking forward to, which isn't really normally the type of game I play, but it looks really appealing, is the Ghost Recon Wildlands, which takes, you know, it kind of takes the game away from its tactical shooter roots and brings it a bit more in an open world direction. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. For me, I'm my favorite series that Ubisoft has made is definitely Far Cry. I'm about halfway through Far Cry 4, which is way slow, but Far Cry 3 was definitely one of my favorites. Watching this stream, however, I am going to be like really skeptical because Ubisoft has a habit of producing these really high-end, really high-quality trailers. Yeah. And the games that they end up making do not live up to the trailers. They
Watch Dogs.
Yeah, Watch Dogs is
we're gonna see some great info on Watch Dogs too, which Watch Dogs 1 was a really cool idea that was not really delivered nearly as well as it could have been. And it also had a lot of performance issues, if I remember correctly, on the PC version, which seems to be a repeating issue with Ubisoft games, is that their PC editions are just lacking very, very strongly in the performance department.
Yeah.
You know, I always, and even though I understand what it was about Watch Dogs that made it not do so well, I also am, you know, I am an advocate for getting a new series off the ground. And I understand that, you know, in execution, the idea didn't necessarily live up to things, but I think that it takes time to make a customer or a consumer comfortable with a new idea. And I think that over time, like, I have high hopes for Watch Dogs 2, to be honest.
Well, what it was with Watch Dogs 1, it wasn't a lack of comfort. It was it had some core design principles that were sort of going against each other and really ignoring the things about the game that actually made it unique and interesting. Too much of it boiled down to just being a standard cover shooter when they had all these really awesome ideas of being able to control the environment around you that were not fully fleshed out as nearly as much as they could have been. That on top of giving you the option to go about scenarios in many different ways without that actually impacting your gameplay. You could go through stuff completely stealthing and doing things non-lethal, but there was no reason to do so. It didn't impact the story and it didn't impact your surroundings at all.
Yeah. I mean, in way of comfort, though, you have to understand that word comes with more implications. It doesn't just impact the consumer. Comfort is something that's very important to a company. And so, you know, when it comes to making a new IP especially, you reach that scary territory of how much of this do I want to, you know, pave my own way and forge a new path, and how much of this am I going to apply what people are familiar with, so that way, you know, we're not running the risk of making an inherently bad game, you know, like it's like that phase, like the Resident Evil 6 is a prime example of, you know, survival horror game that was supposed to come out that ended up, you know, being thrown through the COD machine because military shooters were the big deal. So a lot of it mechanically reflected, you know, FPS games in a lot of ways.
But then isn't that an example of, as a game progressing, the comfort that they're getting is moving in the worst direction, where the first iteration of Resident Evil was more true to what the game should be?
It's absolutely a worse direction to move in. I would agree with that. But I think that Ubisoft is a company that is conscious when it comes to fan feedback. And I think their approach to the Assassin's Creed series kind of reflects that, in that they're taking a break from it because people are starting to grow tired of how stale a semi-annual, not even annual, semi-annual series can be. Like, launching a new game in a series 6 months apart unless you're doing it in episodes, is just bad. That is not even something you can debate.
Well, then, even speaking in the same vein of Ubisoft specifically, since there is now their conference, if you play the first Assassin's Creed game and then you play the most recent, while there are some like ease of access and a couple mechanics that are different, it's still almost entirely the same exact game, which makes me fearful that Watch Dogs 2 will continue the pattern, because Ubisoft does not make their games iteratively in the way that someone like From Software does, where they learn from their past mistakes and they improve upon it each time. They continue to just pump out the same game repeatedly without really doing much to change the core, which is what worries me about Watch Dogs 2. Because as a history, the company does this sort of thing.
Yeah. I think one thing to consider, though, is that for a series like Assassin's Creed, yes, it is very similar throughout, but the way those games have been received is also very different from the way Watch Dogs was received, you know? Like, as a franchise, Assassin's Creed is done well. So I think the mentality behind making a follow-up game is a little bit different for a successful series than it would be for a game that's like, we're almost there but not quite, you know? I'm confident in Watch Dogs 2. I think that mechanically they're going to make some major alterations to sort of put more emphasis on what the game was originally supposed to be about, which is hacking. You know? And hopefully adding more puzzles and things like that so that you're not doing this one-shot thing or idea, but you're taking a concept and implementing it as necessary within a bunch of different sort of environments.
Well, let's hope that they can show a little bit about what's going to be different in Watch Dogs 2 today. What's everybody excited for, and what does everyone want to see for the Ubisoft conference? Nick, do you want to start us off with what you're kind of hoping to see today?
Yeah, I'll kick off. I think I'm most excited for a game they showed last year called For Honor, which they showed. It's like a multiplayer only, I'm going to assume, where you can either fight as like Vikings, Knights, or Samurai, and you just go head to head. I think it's kind of like Chivalry, but we haven't heard anything since last year, so I'm looking forward to that.
Nice. James, do you have anything you're keeping on your radar?
Not particularly. Wildlands I would like to see more of, although I just don't know what to believe, you know, after like all the trailers we've seen with the promises and the kind of downgrades that they have in the way of graphics. Obviously, being a 3D artist, the graphics are super important to me. And also maybe as a totally random hope, how about Grow Home 2?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Awesome.
That would be very nice. What do you want, Mustapha? Or what are you looking for?
Yeah. I'm gonna say the trailer thing for me isn't as much of a big deal because I understand the mentality that goes behind preparing a product for something that is a trade event. And, you know, it's disappointing to see a game take major downgrades, like from an E3 demo to the final release. But to see them putting all their resources into that one small section of the game, as opposed to an entire full-length video game with all of its content there, it's kind of, it's almost necessary, you know? It's like if you have all that space and all those resources to make something as dolled up as possible, because you're trying to sell a product to...
I disagree. I think it's
on a peer level.
It's borderline false advertising, where you are showing something that is different to what you're selling. And I mean, when it comes to, you know, selling a $60 game, that's not fair. When you show a gameplay trailer, and
I'm gonna agree with you, though, that it's not final footage. Trailer. I mean, it could be assumed that, I mean, watching any trailer, it's not final gameplay footage, and most trailers say that at the bottom, you know, and there are usually launch trailers that more adequately reflect the game's final product. But I think holding a game to the same standard 2 years later, when who knows what features may have been added or what content may have had to been cut, I understand it. I think it's not, you know, it's not just something that Ubisoft does, quite frankly. That's, you know, this is a universal thing. It just happens to come along with the territory of trying to advertise a product at a trade show. You know,
I still think it's one of those things. Overall, yeah, sure, it's not just Ubisoft. I think it's one of those things that overall needs to change. But I guess that's not what this is about. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me the question there would be, what would you do to change that? You know, I mean, because you can't predict what content you might have to cut, you know, 6 years later into your development.
Well, it's not content that he was referring to, but I am sort of siding with Mustapha on this, just because as you near the end of development, that's when you stop using your dev devices and start using the actual consoles, and then you realize
Well,
that
shouldn't it only
all
get
of the
better then, right?
all of no, because as you're adding more and more code and more assets to the game, you're slowly adding more and more stuff that has to get processed, and then you get to the very end of the game and it occurs to you that on Xbox 360 the game runs like absolute garbage, or whatever your end platform is. So you have to do these sort of quick hacky optimization cuts that aren't usually just like making code run better. It's usually stuff like getting rid of anti-aliasing or lowering how many dynamic lights can be in a scene. The stuff that looked really beautiful originally that they just had to cut because it just other stuff kind of took priority and slowed down the game. That being said, it is a little dishonest that for the layman consumer, they don't understand things like that. I mean, it's easy to forget that the four of us here are game development students, so we understand these things through and through. But for a layman consumer, they see something and they go, "Oh, that's what it's gonna look like," and then they get like There was a really good example of this with the second or third Nathan Drake game. I don't remember which it was. Where in E3 it had all these amazing visuals in this actual gameplay, and then that same exact gameplay looked way worse. And a lot of people felt burnt about it just because they don't understand that part of game development.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do feel that a company the size of Ubisoft should almost have a team, or at least they probably do have a team that should speak up when that kind of thing happens. Say, hey, we should this in the gameplay trailer because this is not what the game is going to look like because we're going to be running it on a lower end hardware. I feel like there should be people.
But I mean,
the
sometimes
marketing team talking to the development team about.
Sometimes end game hardware changes though. Like Sonic Boom, for instance, was originally intended to be on Xbox and PlayStation. So the original trailers for that game looked beautiful, but then it had to be ported to Wii U due to exclusivity deals, and so the game ended up looking a lot worse. So dev cycles change.
Looks like we have a musical intro beginning over here.
Oh boy, what is
Don't
this?
Stop Me Now is about to begin, so let's go ahead and crank up the volume.
I was just about to say this is actually the game I'm most interested in, is Just Dance.
Me too. This is one of the most interesting starts yet for E3.
Okay. That's kind of cool, because it is a dance game.
It is.
I don't know what to think of this.
I think it's pretty rad, and I love this song.
I think only Ubisoft could pull this off. Have live dancers on stage.
You know who would have a really good E3 conference if they had one? Would be Adult Swim games.
Yeah,
Can you imagine the show they'd put on?
it'd be insane.
Oh boy, we got more.
Oh man,
This is so preposterous. I love
I
it.
really like that giraffe over there.
Yeah, if you play Just Dance in a giraffe costume, would it still work?
That's a good question. We'll have to try it.
False advertising by Ubisoft.
Is this Eurovision? Asks the chat.
I have mine in widescreen mode. I have to scroll down if I want to see the chat.
We can keep you updated on how
Oh, this is the Twitch chat that I'm referring to.
Oh, our chat.
Yep.
The only chat that matters.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a butterfly guitar.
This is actually a PSA about what
Is that Aisha?
LSD can do to you. It's Aisha Tyler.
There she is! We knew she'd be here!
Yeah, I told
Is
you.
this
She's
our, is
like
this
my
our
favorite.
advertisement for 12-player Just Dance?
You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. You guys were confusing and awesome. And my mom has those boots, by the way. She wants them back. Ladies and gentlemen, you know when you
joke fell
see a
flat.
dancing crab and a baby bird with a paper collar, that you could only be at the Ubisoft E3 press conference. Welcome.
That's fair.
Welcome.
I would
Dancers, can
agree
you guys
with
bring it
that.
in behind me for a second? Just gather around. Get behind me here. It's a special year, and I want to take a moment to do something that's going to feel a little incongruous and potentially even uncomfortable for some of you. There's no smooth or easy way to do this, but we all felt really strongly when we were rehearsing today that we needed to say this. So before we start, everyone here at Ubisoft want to offer our deepest sympathies to the people affected by this weekend's tragedy in Orlando. Our hearts, the hearts of everyone in Paris, in France, in the United States, and around the world are with you. And now...
Important for everyone to...
That's the second time that
the
a
second
company...
one,
That's good. You know, that's good. That's important.
I wish you hadn't said that with a man in a giraffe costume
with,
next to it, but yes,
human
that
giraffe
was...
True,
on my right
true.
And a candy cane on my left. I'm going to make a very hard right turn and get into the fun stuff. Thanks for coming on, guys. Dance away. Dance away.
Dance away, my sweet children.
The madness that you just saw was courtesy of the Movement Wizards at Just Dance 2017. Just Dance has always been at the forefront of innovation, bringing its experience to new devices and also introducing the world to the first dance-on-demand streaming service with Just Dance Unlimited. And today, Ubisoft is pleased to announce that Just Dance 2017 will be coming to all video
You know,
game
for Just
platforms
Dance, actually,
and
you can
PC
use your phone
in
as a
October
controller.
and the
And Nintendo NX.
next year. Yes.
There's another NX title.
So
Alright.
what did I tell you about Ubisoft?
Your life
Always
is not
announcing
complete
NX stuff or
until you
Nintendo
have a
stuff before we know what the
lion singing
console
at
is.
you out of your
Right.
television screen. Hello and welcome
it gonna
to
be
everybody
called
lucky enough to be
NX?
sitting here in this theater
the
and
final
even
name?
luckier enough to be
No,
watching at
it's-
home around the
it's
globe.
okay.
Did they
with
confirm
you
the
have
NX is
snacks,
real,
and you
Nintendo?
probably didn't
They've
share
Yeah,
confirmed
it.
it's real. We
Okay.
got more info on it
I
last
am
week.
Aisha Tyler. Some of you probably didn't
This
know
woman
her
voiced
either. There's no
Lana and
judgment
Archer,
here.
right?
Yeah.
I
Correct.
am Aisha Tyler,
Good.
and I'm standing
That's where I
in the
know her
historic
from.
And
Orpheum
she's
Theater
amazing.
in vaguely beautiful yet faintly urine-scented downtown Los Angeles. It's true, right? It's underneath everything. And the badges are on everyone's necks, and the smiles on everyone's faces can only mean one thing. It is E3 conference time. Now, 2016 is a huge year for everyone here at Ubisoft. It's my 5th time hosting this conference. Yes. And you all know what the traditional gift is for a 5th anniversary, yeah? That's right, my friends. Wood. Or girl wood, if you choose. Let it wash over you. Now, they always ask me, like, why do I continue to do this conference in the face of the overwhelming internet love?
What was that joke, by the way?
And it's not the
Was that a
most-
transition or a joke? I'm lost.
About winning.
Ubisoft is
Chat, what was that joke?
They're paying me in red wine and sarcasm, you guys. No, I come back every year because I love games. I play these games, I adore them, and I love being a part of the excitement that comes with revealing new games to the world. Every day, every year when I do this, I'm like a kid in a candy store. A really large, slightly masculine kid in a candy store. And speaking of excitement, it's Ubisoft's 30th birthday. Yeah, give it up for
Happy
Ubi.
birthday, Ubisoft.
Or Ubi.
Yes.
Ubi may be 30, but like everyone else here in
Yeah, the
Hollywood, it
chat's
doesn't age a
confused
bit.
about the
Kids
girlwood
drunk on
dude.
weekdays and just
Yeah.
makes it feel young.
What the
Now,
hell
over
is...
these 3
what?
decades, Ubisoft has been flexing its creative muscles, giving its teams the freedom to push boundaries and create games that are memorable, fun, and sometimes a little crazy. So, enough talk. We're going to hit fast forward right now and get straight to the games. All right? Now, you may remember our next title from the end of last year's show, when it blew your fucking mind. And if you're at home playing a drinking game, yes, an F-bomb in the first 5 minutes of this show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Let's get some more info on this.
Yeah, totally. This
Alright.
is
I'm gonna cut out the faces.
All right.
I offer the people a choice. To follow me or oppose me. If you follow me, I feed your families. Give you shelter, medicine, and jobs. Shield you from the tyrants. Allow la Santa Muerte to protect you from death. I give you power. I make you rich. But most of all, I let you rule like kings. But for those that oppose me, I have only one thing to offer. A promise. To take everything you love and destroy it in front of your eyes.
Loving this South American vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the game takes place in Bolivia. Is El Chapo the final boss? That's our chat.
Yes, he is. Alright, so this trailer is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I knew anything
Yeah,
about
I
the
do.
gameplay though, so
Yeah, I
Not
do
helpful.
enjoy a good cinematic trailer,
yeah.
especially a live action. Let's get me going.
That's not gonna happen in the campaign or game.
Yeah, I'm guessing not.
That guy's beard was crazy good.
Ghost, hit the money, hit the drugs, then hit the king.
Oh,
Ubisoft coming in clutch with
Wow,
another
that's
open
deep.
world adventure game where you play as white dudes. Alright, let's bring the faces in. Setting was really cool. I don't know what you
Oh,
do in
yeah.
the game, but I really like the setting.
that Wildlands. That was a good
In
trailer.
Bolivia,
Very
the
exciting.
coca leaf is core to the culture. It's found in every gas station, every hospital, and every town square. And they use it for a variety of things, like treating nausea and altitude sickness, to a refreshing energy drink. But it can also be used to make cocaine. So we asked, what if? What if a Mexican drug cartel moved in, took over the entire country,
And here's how.
seized all of those coca resources to
Made
become
cocaine?
the #1
Yeah.
producer of cocaine on the planet, effectively turning Bolivia into a narco state. This is the world of Ghost Recon Wildlands. And you? Well, you're the ghosts. The elite spec ops drop deep behind enemy lines to create chaos and disrupt the alliance between a corrupt local government and the Santa Blanca cartel, ultimately going after their leader, the vicious El Sueño. Hi everybody, my name is Dominic Butler. I'm the lead game designer
Hi, Dominic.
for Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now, Ghost Recon Wildlands is the very first military shooter set in a massive, dangerous open world that you can play entirely in solo or in up to 4-player co-op. With beautiful environments set across a variety of different ecosystems that will challenge
Happy that it's not an
and
MMO.
influence your gameplay at every step of the way. All of this takes place in the largest action-adventure open world Ubisoft has ever done. Now, in the gameplay we're about to show you, the ghosts already have a target. His name is El Pozzolero. He's known as the Stew Maker because he makes the bodies disappear.
His beard is messing with his
Now,
microphone.
the ghosts know that their target is in
That's
a large
funny.
Santa Blanca camp somewhere in the San Mateo province, but they don't know where yet exactly. And because Ghost Recon Wildlands gives you the total freedom of choice to do what you want, when you want, we put the power back in the players' hands to achieve their objectives their way. In this case, the ghosts know that their target has some vital intel. They want to take him alive, so they've opted for a tactical extraction. Let's go get that intel.
Oh, sweet gameplay. That's all I want.
Nice.
Highly scripted gameplay, but still.
Oh,
The
yeah.
intel we need supposed to be in this Sicario's house.
I wonder if they'll have
Looks like
those
it's
actors,
upstairs.
the mics.
Copy that.
Sounds like they do.
Need help?
Nah, I got
See
this.
that.
Okay, I'll take a look around.
You just don't get it, do you?
Right, let's try to keep it stealthy.
Oh yeah, they did have actors. Good lord. Nah, I got this.
There's one right there. Boom, gotcha.
Wow, so stealthy. With this really loud assault rifle.
I used to play.
I'm in.
I used to play Ghost Recon as a kid.
Oh shit, I've been spotted.
You good?
Yeah, got it. Just moving upstairs.
It's a game that's good for sure.
Alright, let's see what we got.
Yeah, he's supposed to be being silent right now. Very loud
Okay,
guns
I got
going
the
on.
intel on El Pozolero.
Everyone's
He's in a
staffing
camp
those
up in San
camps.
Mateo.
Cool, how far is it?
We could use a ride. You got a car out there?
No, something better.
I like that.
Something better.
It sounds like they're trying to structure the game kind of like the heists in GTA Online. And I love playing those with 3 friends.
Yeah.
So far promising. Ooh, that environment.
According to the intel, the camp should be near this cliff.
A whole lot of
El Pozolero's
nothing out
high
there.
value targeted. He's gonna be well protected.
There's a camp. Oh, damn, this one's gonna be tough.
Yeah, we can.
Not sure how I
definitely use
feel
some backup
about
on
this guy's voice acting.
Yeah, that's never great.
It's enough to suffice.
Right on time. We're going after El Pozolero.
Yeah, very stealthy
East of the San
helicopter,
Mateo base.
says Punky Bones in the chat.
We are on our way.
Can barely hear it.
Uh-oh.
We're approaching the camp from the west.
Company.
We'll meet you there.
Copy that.
And they get hit by a train.
It's funny how impromptu they're making this
Looks like a
stuff sound.
warthog.
Like the guy just showed up with a jeep.
See for yourself.
This wasn't scheduled beforehand.
I'm just driving around. I figured I'd stop in and help out.
Oh, damn. Looks like a whole lot of trouble. Tag the lookout.
I guess they're trying to role play.
Basically, we've got
One less to
company.
worry about.
Just rephrased.
You guys ever play video games? Role play video games?
Yeah,
No problem.
this is what's happening.
From the other side.
Yeah, that's what these guys are doing.
We're
I
moving
guess
in
that's
from
the
the
only way you can really
At the east
accept
end of
it.
the camp.
I would say that I roleplay every video game I play.
It's up. Enemy spotted.
I got eyes on a sniper.
Wait for my signal.
Got it.
Now.
Tango down.
I wonder if the noise from the train made it so they couldn't hear the bullets. That would be a good mechanic.
That'd be awesome.
Sniper Elite 2, I think, had something like
I
that.
hear something inside.
You go out on a limb and say this game
I got the one on the right.
did not do
You
that.
ready?
Ready?
Go.
Good job.
Okay, I'm gonna deploy the drone and see what's up ahead.
You know, there's nothing I love more than a game with a cultural tone. Like
Looks like an old
like
town.
Guacamelee for me was
Base.
like prime, just because of the way they handled, you know,
Oh man,
soundtrack.
there
and all
are
that.
guards all over the place.
Was it Bolivia that they said was where they were taking this place?
Yes.
Down. So far, so good. Got my way in, guys.
All right, let's see what's in this big building.
So far, the level design in this little area seems good. I wonder if they're able to keep it up for the rest of the game.
Got it. And another one down.
I hope it doesn't feel empty,
Through.
which is the one thing deserts are.
Gotcha.
This will be going on for
Very
an hour.
deserty.
The building.
I mean, I'm sure the desert will. Like you saw when they was in the helicopter. I said there's a whole lot of nothing. It's just bushes.
Yeah.
And so you get caught out there walking. It's not gonna be a very fun
Come
time.
on, guys, let's move.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, you never know. The environments might change depending on what missions you're doing, or
Yeah.
I would imagine that there's this big open world with all these pre-existing locations, and then missions take place in key locations.
Yeah, a lot like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
like the only interesting places to go was settlements. You could roam around the desert all you wanted, but it wasn't very exciting. Guys just doing push-ups.
Going in.
Don't let this guy get away.
I see him. We'll talk about nightmare fuel.
Call us if you need us.
Don't worry, man. I got this.
Is that guy taking a selfie?
Shit! You spotted me. Guys, I'm spotted. El Pozolero's running. Going after him. Where is he? Where is he? Get out of the way, man.
No, I really like to play this game from the perspective of the person who makes the cocaine. Maybe have like that game where you run like a shop for adventurers, but like you're making cocaine and you have to kind of sell it.
That'd be a good mobile game.
Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Hurry up, the gate's closing.
We don't get many shooters
I'm right behind you.
of a
Weaver,
villain,
are you okay?
and I guess that's because it could be controversial, I guess.
I'm pulling out.
Yeah, that's true.
But
But I mean, as long as something's controversial for a reason and not hatred, we're good.
yeah,
It wasn't fine. We need him alive.
I can't get a good shot.
This guy's all over the place.
Stop moving. Okay, guys, I'm clear. Out of the camp.
This is cool, but it just is so scripted.
Let me know your.
This guy's all over the
What do you mean you
place.
can't get a good shot? Just shoot. It's just him in the car, no one around.
Chopper now.
Damn, he's trying to ram
This
the
guy's
car.
all
Gotta
over
hit
the
his
place,
engine.
man.
I'm trying to slow him down.
What are you playing with a controller or something? Just aim. Jeez, it's not hard.
I'll run this train.
They only have like 4 bullets.
Where's the chopper? Where is it? I found it.
where's this guy driving?
I'm in
He's
the
driving
chopper.
towards the
Coming your
chopper
way.
because he wants to know where the chopper is. Where is it?
He found it. Surprised I knew exactly where it was.
All right, I'm on my way,
Acting.
guys. Hang tight. Oh no! He's not stopping. Oh man, come on! I'm trying.
Oh, there it is.
He's a tough one, this guy, huh?
No, we're not gonna push him off.
Looks like he's
You just don't get it, do you?
Trying anything.
Can you push him to the side?
I don't know how it looks
Pretty
up
awesome,
there, but
though.
that's what I'm trying to do.
Damn it, he dodged it. Hang on, guys. I'm nearly there.
Oh, shot.
Damn it. Okay, I got him.
Yes, he stopped.
I do love this pursuit. This is tight.
Right
Yeah.
here.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was cool.
How'd you get, buddy?
This is one of the better gameplay trailers I've seen. Yeah, it's super highly scripted, but it's like this is the sort of thing you could have if you run with a good crew.
Yeah. And you roleplay.
Mhm.
Where you
Which,
don't
why
know
wouldn't
that you're
you?
in a video game.
I mean, some of the
You should do that with GTA
experiences-
more. That'd be really
some of
fun.
the experiences we've had in GTA, I would say, kind of reflect this in some ways.
They absolutely do. This is very
I try to
reminiscent
say-
of me.
I think we can push it further.
I try to say
Next
we
time
have
we play,
company in GTA as much as possible.
Next time we play, I'm gonna
You just
nod
don't
along
get
like
it,
a
do
video
ya?
game. That
I'm
was
not
good
gonna
acting,
lie,
yeah.
guys. I think I want this game.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'd like to
If
know
we're
more
rolling, I'll get
as
it.
we
You
get
guys
closer.
are a good crew. I'll join you.
Head over to ghostrecon.com
But
right
not
now
for a while,
all the
right?
latest news and
No.
gameplay videos.
I don't think so.
For those of you here at E3, please come by the booth.
Yeah, it
We've
looks
got 4-player co-op demos, and we would love for you to try it. We want to get your feedback.
Is this coming out this year?
Ghost Recon
I don't know.
Wildlands will be released
Let me. Oh,
on March
Oh.
7th, 2017.
next year in March. There you go.
Oh, so I can.
Thank
see.
you. Have a great show.
God. I'm like 10 seconds behind you guys.
Do you want us to pause?
You don't mind. Alright. I'll tell you what's happening. Confetti, it says Ubisoft E3, or UB E3, it went black.
Okay. Tell me when the Ubisoft thing comes up.
Now.
Boom.
Thanks.
The statistics are staggering.
Is this
What
the
do you
purge?
have?
Centers
Just
are
want to make sure I'm not
oversaturated
too
with
far
violence.
ahead.
Violence.
Okay, good.
And the wave of criminal activity
I think this is
has overflowed to suburban areas.
Yeah, I
Dissolution of moral
think so
structure,
too.
international conspiracies, a multi-billion-dollar drug trade. No one knows the source, and authorities are helpless in stopping this epidemic of crime.
What do we think this is?
This is so edgy. I don't know.
What? Kind of Tom Clancy?
Abe?
This looks a lot like the trailer for the Division,
Yeah.
the original.
Did they do the Division?
Yeah.
Ubisoft, yeah.
Oh, this is could be DLC then.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh.
Oh, what?
It's a new South Park game. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
I did not see that coming.
I feel pretty betrayed by that.
We just took some stuff
Not
from
even
Snowdrop and
close.
said, make cool trailer, and that's what it puts out. So that's kind of the way that goes. But all that chaos, all that scary stuff
That's
is totally
hilarious.
true. Thankfully, the Coon is up to the occasion. And who better to defend the town of South Park and really Colorado and really the world than superheroes or kids in superhero costumes? So, like the Coon, I need some help from friends. Please welcome Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Oh, damn. The men themselves.
Oh, look. A comfy couch. This is sweet.
I had it brought
Finally,
in.
sit down.
I know, it's an exhausting walk all the way from there. So let's talk about the story. Everybody wants to know what's going on in the Fractured But Whole.
Don't know yet.
Yeah,
We're
pretty
working on
soon.
it. Well, it really it picks up where the Stick of Truth kind of left off. You're the new kid. If you played Stick of Truth, you would know that you're the new kid who moved to South Park. And so the game's really about who you are, and you kind of define who you are in South Park. But whereas the Stick of Truth was like a fantasy send-up, and you end up being the king in the end. And it's like the next day in South Park, and the kids have sort of switched up, and now they're playing superheroes.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, and so we actually have a backstory that the kids have been playing superhero, but they got into a big fight about something, so they're in the Civil War part of their...
Kind of Civil War.
And in fact, Marvel wanted to call their movie Captain America: The Fractured But Whole, but we had already taken that name, so they had to call their Civil War.
Oh, man.
True. It's a true story. That's extremely true.
But also, we want to get into who you are as this new kid, and the fact that, in Stick of Truth, you really rose to being cool because you became king. But in this game, they've kind of switched games, and so you're back to being a douchebag again.
Right, so let's see how that douchebag was able to make it into Coon and Friends. Real gameplay.
Dude, what the fuck? Who let this ordinary citizen into the Coon lair? Listen, bro, we are all superheroes, and you aren't, so you can't hang out with us. Please do us all a solid and fuck off. Hey! Do not touch that! That device can blow up the entire Milky Way galaxy! Jesus, fuck! Mom! The new kid is trying to play with the cube of ultimate destruction!
You be nice to all your friends, Eric. Be a good sharer.
Good sharer! It'll blow up the fucking galaxies! Stupid bitch! Look, dude, we already told you, you can't play. You aren't a superhero. You don't have a costume. You don't have any superpowers. These pals are adding people to their franchise. We should be adding people to ours. This dork? Like, wearing a little crown? Does this look like a superhero to you? All right, have a seat, douchebag. Not there. That's Mysterion's seat. Not there either. All right, in order to play superheroes...
This fucking writing is so good.
Then you can fill out your character sheet on Coonstagram. Do you have a Coonstagram page? Oh boy, you're not even on Coonstagram, huh? Well, I guess I can create one for you. So the first thing we need to fill out on your character sheet is your class. What kind of superhero are you?
Oh, looks like there's unlockable classes.
Speedster, yes, like the
Yeah.
Flash or Quicksilver. I like it.
Yes. Wow. Ooh. That's what I'm thinking.
Just a little taste. That makes me want to play the Stick of Destiny.
You guys to be able to really create your own superhero.
Stick of Truth, right?
So that you saw on that UI that there.
Oh yeah, I
are
think it's
different
Stick of Truth.
superhero
My bad.
classes you can choose
Lied to
from,
everyone.
use some powers from those classes, and really make a superhero all your own. But what else is new in the Fractured But Whole?
Well, I mean, that's obviously. I mean, it's definitely more of a. There's definitely more of defining your character and kind of. In superhero movies, there's always like the intense emotional center that like motivates why you have to go out and fight crime. So it's a much, as you can already tell, it's a much more spiritual. It's a more spiritual game. It's much more about.
It's like there's actually a part of it that I'm really proud of, where there's a gay fish in South Park, and he loves fish sticks, and
Kanye.
the gay fish actually wants you to help him get his mother into heaven, and so you get to journey up and try to help this little gay fish get his mom into heaven, and you're all acting like this shit's regular.
Shit is hard.
Shit is hard.
It was.
I hope you all saw the Kanye thing. It's not gonna make sense.
If you didn't see the Kanye.
But you also we you know, Cartman's the one
I
who's
didn't
kind of
see
in
the
charge of
Kanye
telling each
thing, so I
superhero.
don't-
didn't either.
what
This is kind of
You guys didn't
awkward.
see that episode? Jesus.
made them a
I don't watch
superhero,
South Park.
Ah.
Yeah. I don't-
Who let this guy join us anyway? Go easy on him, you guys. He's had a tough life, and it's time they learned your tragic backstory. You lay awake that night, like so many other nights. You couldn't sleep because you knew you weren't like the other kids. You walked to the mirror. You looked in the mirror and you felt alone. And that's when it happened. A loud noise. You swore you could hear your mother calling for help.
Oh no.
You left your room.
Oh.
You left your room. Seriously, dude, just walk through the door already? But then you finally reached your parents' door. And what you saw when you opened the door changed your life forever and led you to fighting crime. You were too late. Because when you opened that door, you saw your dad fuck your mom. What? Butthole doesn't trust anyone because his dad fucked his mom. Don't do anything to stop it. That doesn't make any sense. No. How could the
This is
person you trust
very
do that to the only other person you
offensive.
love?
Yeah.
Everyone's dad fucks everyone's mom. Huh? That's how it works, stupid. Our dads fuck our moms. Oh, right. So does that mean your dad fucked your mom, Cam? Huh? Yes, my dad fucked my mom. That's why I'm here. Don't steal his backstory, dude. That's not true.
Fantastic writing, per usual.
Yeah. It's just like an episode of South Park.
Yeah, it's very personal.
Interaction.
That guy looks like Bob Ross.
Touch a lot of people.
I wonder Bob Ross is
Very
the guy.
few people that can at least relate to it at some level, except for Jesus. So, forgot that one out. So obviously that's pretty brutal. We've got another thing in South Park that's brutal, our combat, and we worked on that a lot together.
Yeah, the combat
This
system
is very different to Microsoft's show.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
it's a superhero game, so it has the combat is definitely the center.
Yeah,
Centerpiece.
it was actually pretty cool because we, us and the guys from Ubisoft, we'd come down and talk about what this game would be, and we'd go back to my house afterwards and play board games. I'm a big board gamer, so we'd play all like my favorite board games and tabletop miniature type of games, and figure out how to, you know, we still wanted to keep some of the turn-based stuff because it really makes it easier to do story, and so we just tried to do a big 4.0 version of Stick of Truth.
Right. I mean, all those sessions, it's a lot of very real clarity that comes from that. So what we ended up putting in is they'll combat space and time. So let's talk about it. First, let's talk about space. You're not restricted to a location anymore. Now you can move to get into tactical positions on your enemies. Ooh. You can also move to get behind cover. You can push and pull enemies, but they can also do it to you. You can knock them into props. And get
Dr. Lovefox ripped Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Way better.
You can use some of your powers like tweak here to get over obstacles. So obviously using space makes a big difference. Totally realistic.
Totally realistic.
In the first game, your farts were legendary. Now your farts are so powerful that you can use them to rip the fabric of time itself.
Like Ghost Recon.
So, you can use that to
Realistic.
rearrange the
What?
terrain.
Graphic.
Mastering space and time makes a huge.
Move over Injustice 2. There's a new hero game.
Oh no, buffering. Don't do that to me.
It looks like they're just making this game up as they're going along.
I love that's what's happening.
So sorry for everyone watching the Twitch stream for the buffering. Hopefully we didn't miss too much.
That happened to me too.
Okay.
So then we did all that, and now we do the business part.
Business part. Oh, awesome. What's that part?
It's obviously been an amazing game for us to work on, and I think both of our teams have been having a ton of fun. And we're almost done, and now we have some exciting news for our South Park fans before we go. Anyone who buys the Fractured But Whole will get the Stick of Truth for PS4, Xbox One, and Steam for free.
Woo!
If you pre-purchase the game today,
Look at that.
pre-purchase the game today, Fractured But Whole that is, and you can start playing Stick of Truth right away. So check out our website and for information and about our.
For those interested, Stick of Truth is currently $30, so
Cool.
it's a decent
Well,
deal.
that's a
For
good
twice
deal.
twice the price of Stick of Truth, you get 2 games.
Sort of shows what the boys are fighting about that was the Civil War fractured butthole part of it.
People want to know the release date.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What do you
where's the
think it
release?
is?
What do you think it is?
I'm putting my money on December 6th. The Fractured But Whole will be released on December 6th. That's it.
There it is. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Enjoy the show.
Wow. He nailed it.
Why did we choose this life?
I like that it's coming out this year.
Yeah.
Why did we become
Like a lot of games are
superheroes?
next year.
We dedicate our lives to fighting crime for one reason. To make $1 billion on a superhero franchise. Now let's go through the plan one more time. First, we start with the Coon movie. Then we do the Super Craig movie. Then Super Craig and Coon will join forces in the Human Kite movie, just as we start ramping up Kenny's Netflix series. How come I have to have the Netflix series? I want a movie too. You have a movie, Mysterion. You're in the 3rd Coon and Friends United movie, after your Netflix series.
Netflix series.
Do I get my own movie? Not everyone gets their own movie. This franchise plan sucks. If we want to make billions of dollars, I think we should start with the Tupperware movie. Right, start with a black superhero. Marvel is making a black superhero movie. Yeah, now! They waited years to get to that. We follow their plan. We do all the real people first, and we sneak the black guy in phase 3.
Oh my god. Social commentary coming in clutch through South Park.
Nothing wrong with doing the exact same movie
Yeah.
to start a franchise. Okay, J.J. Abrams. Okay, so you're on Cartman's side? He just likes this plan because he gets 2 movies in phase 1. Guys, we have to just go with this plan. We don't even have 1 movie yet. How did it get to this? How did we grow so far apart? You go with the plan. Maybe we'll just go and do our own franchise. Yeah. Oh, you want Civil War? Is that what you want?
I love
Yeah,
this.
dude, Civil War. Fuck you. Fuck you. Get out of the house. We'll make way more money on our franchise. Go ahead. I bet you don't even get halfway through phase 1 on your franchise, DC Comics. I thought Civil War wasn't supposed to happen until phase 3. Shut up, Super Craig.
Wow.
I like that Super Craig is just Craig. Doesn't even have an outfit.
I didn't want to have to do this, but you leave me no choice.
What a great name.
Oh, it's the PC guy.
Oh no.
If you have been
Oh,
playing
looks
that
so
indie
good.
game at home,
He keeps them in a
fell
storage
asleep on your
unit.
computer. And now we move from the flatulent, prepubescent superheroes of South Park to the snowy, post-pandemic streets of New York in Tom Clancy's The Division.
Buffering for me.
Thanks to all of you out there, The Division broke records when it launched earlier this year, and today more than 10 million of you have spent up to 3 hours a day hitting a steady supply of high-value targets and trying to get your hands
Any of you
on
buy
the
this
best
game?
loot in the
Nope.
Dark Zone. Well,
Nope.
here to tell us more about what's
But
new
I
in The
played it.
Division,
Bad.
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Julian Garrity, creative director from Massive Entertainment.
I haven't heard much about this game since it came out.
Thank you.
The community really fell off with it.
I like to make
I'm
everybody
not
feel...
actually that short.
No,
So
you're,
they
you're
get it
actually
back.
taller than me without
See
these
what they
shoes
can do.
on. I'm sorry.
I'll go with it. And thanks to all the Division players out there who are so passionate about our game.
Jeez, look at her heels.
It's a cool,
God.
cool
Huge.
ass
Those
game.
are nuts.
And you guys have been adding all kinds of new stuff to the game since it debuted. We heard just a little while ago about the Underground, so do you want to tell us more about what's going on with that?
Absolutely. So, in Underground, you and your team will be fighting against a dangerous threat hidden beneath the streets of New York City. And every time you play, the challenge is unique. That means endless replayability and even better rewards the further you go.
Okay, so, I mean, one of the coolest things about this game is it is open world, it is so robust, and you're making it more robust all the time. So are you going to tell us when we're going to get this new content, or do I just have to start taking bets? I know, I'm big and I'm also pushy.
Yes.
I agree.
Underground will be out June 28th on Xbox One and PC, and August 2nd on PS4.
and this is just one of the updates we'll be releasing this year. Because
I
for
wonder why the
Division
delay.
team, this is a long-term commitment. We love this world, you love this world. We're going to keep on making it better for you.
It's awesome. I mean, you know, I've been in love with this game since you guys first debuted it on one of the shows that I hosted, and I'm really, really excited about it.
Cool. And that's not the only thing we're going to tell you about today. We've got a little surprise for you. To celebrate Ubisoft's 30th birthday, we're giving our fans 3 exclusive outfits to use in-game. Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six, and Splinter Cell.
Huh. Cute.
You get an outfit. You get an outfit. Chad, you get the 3
Oh, cool.
outfits.
Yeah.
Good for
Awesome.
you, Chad.
Those look really nice.
So, if you're a member of Ubisoft Club, all of these
But how about an
outfits will
awesome
be free for you with the release of Underground.
It's like smushing 2 or 3 or 4 games together that you love.
Don't tell the other
I don't know. I have a lot of feelings.
They let us do this. But
I love it. Well, I'm super stoked about running around Manhattan in trifocal goggles without getting.
Everyone's gonna be running around now looking like Splinter Cell.
We've got
That's true.
Underground. We've got dope new outfits.
Functionable night vision goggles?
We've got
Probably not.
expansion to talk to you
Dang.
about today. In it, you'll
I feel like that'd be
struggle to
really
find
cool
needed
for
supplies
an
in New
expansion
York
called
and
Underground.
fight to survive in some of the
Right.
most brutal weather conditions imaginable. It's a completely new way of playing the game, and you'll be able to play it very soon. Even sooner if you're on Xbox One or PC.
Sorry again, PS4.
This is survival.
Oh, gameplay. Sweet. Turn off the faces.
I think you're still a little bit ahead of me, Jeremy.
Oh yeah, Jeremy, you're like light years ahead of us.
Blizzard was getting.
Are you guys on the trailer yet?
Just
yeah,
now,
probably.
snow
Oh,
drop.
now it's-
Started.
There we go.
Oh boy.
Nothing like a helicopter crash to get you started.
Is that the one from Ghost Recon?
It's actually the one from Wildlands. They found it.
Oh, there it was.
The storm
Oh, there it
took
is.
everything.
Sam Fisher boys.
No food, no water, temperature dropping. We are not alone out here.
Come on, man.
In this world, it's hunter against prey.
I wonder what the right strategy is for jumping through a window. Probably feet first.
I'm not sure. I'm sure they train you in the military to do it. Just avoid getting cut by the glass. I thought we were gonna
Oh.
see gameplay, but this is fine, I guess.
Yeah, this isn't gameplay at all.
The storm doesn't care if you live or die.
I guess it's a little bit different.
Mop.
Mop. Mop.
But some of us will survive.
Rolling up like dude.
Squad.
You want your marinara sauce back?
Squad goals.
Squad goal.
Squad goals, this guy.
Tom Clancy's The Division. Squad goals. Expansion 2.
It's coming soon, guys.
Is that the man in the iron mask?
Sure is.
Is that like Iron Man?
For Ubisoft, VR
It's like
is
the
the
guy
perfect
from Captain
technology
America.
for making gaming more accessible. And Ubisoft
That guy was
Montreal's
cool.
Funhouse team built a game that just about everyone is going to know
what's
how to
this in the
play
back?
the minute they put on their headsets. So, here to take us into the world of Eagle Flight, please welcome creative director Charles Houteau, along with 2 huge fans of the game, Palmer Luckey, inventor and founder of Oculus, and Jason Holtman, head of publishing at
man.
Oculus VR.
Neat. What up, Palmer?
Nice.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, guys.
I am very
VR.
and even
Oh,
more
what is
excited
this,
to work
Eagles?
with you guys.
Is it just me or is his mic really
Thanks for
quiet?
having us.
Cool.
We're huge fans of Eagle
Yes,
Flight.
so too.
It's very, very intuitive game, and the
bit
flight
quiet.
mechanic is super innovative, and it gives you that real freedom of flying in VR. But most of all, it's just super fun, and by super fun, I mean I can beat Palmer almost every time I play.
That's not true. But I mean, we've been playing this game for months at Oculus, and we've been getting pretty good at it. And so this is a really good chance for us to come and show everybody that we can beat you guys at your own game.
Oh, Slam, what up,
Let's see what you got,
Palmer?
Let's play. Let's go.
Is he wearing sandals?
I don't know, he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, and flip-flops.
He's comfortable.
My name's Carsten Michael.
Said he founded Oculus. He can wear whatever he wants. He started the VR movement.
Look at that. Oh, look at that eagle. That low poly
Two
eagle.
teams of 3 will battle it out in the skies over Paris. Over here we have the blue team, resplendent in their
lovely
Hawaiian
boys.
shirts, led by Palmer Lucky, Olivier, and Vicky, and the red team, led by Jason Hortman, with his 2 women, Andre and Charlie. The rules are simple. It's a capture the flag game.
Ah,
And
there you
we'll
go.
play best of
Team
3.
Hawaiian shirt.
So if we're ready to go, let's fly. So we can see the first location of the prey, right there at the foot of the Eiffel Tower. And they have to take it to the nest to score
Let's
a
fly.
point.
What?
It's a bit like football. They have to work as a team, taking the object and bringing it to a goal. All right, maybe not the greatest analogy
wow.
in the world, but you get the idea. Teamwork is key.
Is this like
to succeeding
overgrown
in this
Paris?
game. Paris
Yeah, it
has
looks
been
like it.
reclaimed by nature. We can see
There you
the
go.
Champ de Mars, overrun now with beautiful trees and
Very
undergrowth
pretty.
That's awesome.
and nature and escaped animals from the zoo, like those giraffes over there. Olivier has the rabbit and is making his way over to the nest right now. He's trying to stay low, using shortcuts, weaving in and out of the trees, taking little alleyways and tunnels wherever he can.
Wow.
Shout out to Maris.
That looks really satisfying to fly.
Of his opponents who are trying to
Obstacles
shoot him.
Yo, birds are sick.
Oh, and he's been hit by Andre. And the rabbit is down.
Awesome.
Charlie's got it.
Do you fly
So
with
the
your
red team in
face?
possession.
I can't tell. I don't know what the controller is doing there.
Oh no. Killed by Vicky.
It's a little hard to follow this video,
Who's going to pick it up?
but
They're not
I'm
far
sure
from
it's
the
really
nest
fun to
now.
play. It looks
I
awesome.
think that's the thing about VR in general.
And
It's
it's
so hard
Olivier
to
for the blue team.
showcase.
Some games
Yeah.
are easier than others, but this one's especially difficult, it looks like.
There's
How
the
do you
nest.
kill people?
I think you just bump into them.
Blue going to score first.
Like
Let's
a
see.
contact
One goal
football.
for the blue team. Yeah, well done, guys.
They should show the pursuers and not.
Okay, remember it's best of
people with
3,
the
so
prey.
the red team need to score.
Oh,
to
that was
stay in
so
the
fun to fly
contest.
around like this.
Oh, Vicky with the amazing
That's
steal
cool.
and then
I feel like this
flew
is one of
right
those
into the line of sight
scenarios
of
where it's
Andre
okay to be
from
zoomed out of the screen, so I guess what the players
into
are
the
doing.
tunnels, utilizing gusts
Maybe,
of thermals to get a speed
This
boost.
looks really cool.
Andre looks like he's got a bit of a free run at the
Tight
moment.
corners. Ooh, underground we go.
Someone's shooting at him though. Andre staying low, Jason being wingman, backing him up.
Oh, this game's so cool.
Over to the Pantheon there. Oh, great kill. by
Yeah,
Jason on
they're
the-
totally
Oh, it
flying
looks
with
like there's a
faces.
little thing that you can shoot.
Andre has it for the red team.
They're just almost bumping into each other.
Well done. Don't high five each other, that's not going to work.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the final location is right there.
That looks awesome.
The Eiffel Tower. Don't ask me how the
Now
rabbit
that I
got up
see,
there.
okay, play
Yeah.
with the faces.
It's an
That's
extremely
pretty
exposed
awesome.
Position. We'll see them shooting at each other as they head up to try and get that final rabbit to win the game.
Yeah!
Palmer with a kill, good work. And Andre's down, great shot of Vicky taking him out there. Vicky inside.
I really
the
want to
Eiffel
try this
Tower.
game. It's so satisfying to just
Utilizing
fly
the
around.
thermals.
I can't stop saying that.
But Jason with the rabbit gets the final score. Go! Vicky with the
That's
steal.
awesome. Oh,
Oh,
Okay, we have to chase
wow.
on to get to that final nest.
Riveting.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm into this.
kind of weird watching
Esport.
them, but
Yeah.
Yeah, look at them
Esports.
play.
So far, Ubisoft hasn't said anything about competitive gaming, and I'm really happy.
Andre with it for
yeah,
the
they're
red
the
team.
first people not
Taken
to.
out just at the final moment.
Go blue team!
Vertigo Therapy 2016 says our chat.
For those of you here, you can come to the
Oh, I like
Ubisoft booth and the Oculus booth to try.
Yeah, it definitely looks like something I'd have a good time with. I just can't imagine not getting sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you don't get sick in that. It looks like it has so much acceleration while you're sitting perfectly still.
And Jason, Charlie, and of course the entire dev team. I actually got to play an early version of this game last year.
Cool.
Halo 3.
Not enough to solve VR though.
All your friends have a
Hunky Bones. This game is made for Massive Hawk.
It was awesome. So this is incredible. I really encourage you to check it out. Eagle Rift is
Adequately
is gonna be
sized
on
Eagle.
Oculus Rift and all the other VR platforms this fall, and it is playable this week at the Ubisoft and Oculus booths. So get down there and do it. Now
Mess
that
up
we've
the
seen
name of
some
the game.
flying raptors soaring through abandoned city streets, it's time to ascend.
I think she messed up the name of the game.
Please welcome
That's funny.
Ubisoft
Or
Jetstorm's
corrected
David
herself.
Botipka.
So,
I can smell sauce cooking upstairs. What an exciting time to be alive.
At Ubisoft, VR is about more than just technology. It's about creating games that just weren't possible before, and exploring new worlds with friends without ever having to leave your living room. It's about fully immersing yourself in these worlds and going places and becoming people and doing things that you otherwise could not do. Today, VR is all about opening up the final frontier.
As a VR dev, it's so boring to hear people talk about VR.
Captain's log. Stardate 2016.165. Starship USS
Oh.
preparing for her
Star
maiden
Trek.
voyage.
Yeah.
We've gathered some of the most decorated officers in the Federation to test her limits and to prove her place among Starfleet's finest ships. We're en route to a secret testing facility and are proceeding to our destination at maximum warp. This is amazing! Wow!
Absolutely astonishing.
When I walked in, I really wasn't sure
It's
what
the
I
official
was
Star
actually
Trek
walking
game.
into.
This is pretty cool. Like to see what they're doing.
I could have imagined what I would have wanted the Star Trek VR game to be.
Yeah, okay.
This is it! This is what we've been waiting for.
Holy crap, this is
Oh crap, they're using the motion controllers. Those aren't out yet.
An extraordinary experience to be fully encompassed in a world.
Whoa, not into that.
Oh, it looks like they're all actually controlling different systems of the ship. That sounds amazing.
Cool.
So there's Captain.
Oh.
Wow. This is.
Is this the cast of the movie playing
Yep.
it?
I think so.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the various actors from different
Yeah.
Star
That guy
Trek
was the
things.
Yes,
doctor.
Captain.
Co-op gameplay is not new. I mean, you know, we can play games with our
That's
friends, but
awesome.
there's something different about being in a shared virtual environment.
Hearing who you're playing with, you can look over and see the person and see them
That
doing
looks
their
so
job and
fun to
talk
play,
them.
just sitting around.
The team does not
Couch
succeed
co-op.
unless everybody does their job well.
Ship decloaking, activating
They all have
shields.
their own computers though.
Shields up. I really did not want
Right.
to lower the
Yeah,
shields.
well, they'd have to.
While we were
So this is
under attack,
intended
I
for
was very impressed by,
online, I guess.
The bar playing that game today. He
Still,
really had
and
the
body.
language of Star Trek down.
And they are transporting, Captain.
It's like, you see, this makes you push the buttons.
I will say I nailed being the engineer.
That doesn't sound good.
It's a Klingon. Red alert. Preparing to warp. We're under attack. We have been waiting in anticipation for so long.
Oh, we've got company.
For the technology of virtual reality to catch up with
This looks really radical.
imagine we should be and where we all want to go. Line us up for warp, please.
Hope it's not Oculus exclusive.
Hanson, as soon as you can get us the hell out of here, I'd be most grateful.
They said Eagle Flight was going to be on all VR platforms, so I hope this is good.
Punch it. As soon as you can. Here we go. It's your own Star Trek experience in a virtual world where you can hang out with whoever you want. And that's a pretty good deal.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That kind of has the main thing that we liked about Sea of Thieves, where everyone's actually doing something to operate one ship.
Yeah, Shadow
that's
Chimera
really
in our
cool.
chat says it's like that pirate game, but Star Trek.
There you go.
Unless, of course, you heard it from the reporter who leaked it on Reddit. You know what you can suck a bag of. Ladies and gentlemen, here's
That
the
works
man
really
who
well
was
in
rocking
VR.
the VR headset way
You have a
before
station
VR
and a
even
specific
existed,
job.
Mr. LeVar
Yeah,
Burton.
very well.
Or reviewer.
Oh my god! Oh, this is so exciting! Okay, this is happening. This is happening.
Oh my god, is this the first like actually relevant celebrity?
Who is it? I read the chat for a sec.
So
Oh,
it
here it
looks
is.
like Ubisoft got some of the old Trek band back together. I mean, like all of the old Trek bands and the new ones back together. So I have two questions for you. First of all, I know you have my email, so why no invite? But we'll talk about that after. And how did the game compare to being on the actual Enterprise?
So
Was he in
here's
the
thing,
original Star
right?
Trek? Is that
We
what I'm missing here?
use our imaginations so much, right?
I think he
When
was the
you're
dude
on
with the
set,
visor,
right?
wasn't he?
You guys know that.
Okay. Cool.
When you're operating the console, it's really not connected to anything. You knew that, right?
You're breaking all our hearts right now.
I know. But here's the thing. You don't have to imagine in this game. You are existing in a completely rendered environment. You are on the bridge of a starship and you're with your friends.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
It's so amazing. So, what was it like working with that particular crew? All of you having had real Enterprise experience. I know I can't
Goes
let
back
go
to
of
the
the
thing we were
fact
talking about during our predictions about social VR.
But it feels real. I mean, it felt real to us when we were doing it. Look, playing with Carl and Jerry was amazing because, you know, we have this special bond, that, just like you will with your friends when you play. And here's the thing. We really had to work together to accomplish the mission. And what's more Star Trek than that? I mean, you can play as the engineer, or you can drive the ship, you can be tactical, or you can be the captain, but no one position is more important than any other. Everybody has to do their level best in order to get the job done, and that's at the core of what Star Trek has always been about for me.
Right, and what people love about cooperative
Yeah,
gameplay.
absolutely.
So when you were Jordy before, you were the engineer.
Yes.
But in the game, you got to be the captain. So what did that feel like?
A lot of pressure in these types of games. When you mess up and everyone hates you for doing it.
I love
that's
that.
just the worst. Like,
That's like the best feeling.
Yeah.
For me, it was
Get good.
took a minute for me to
Oh, that's
get
kind of like that bomb game you play.
Yeah, like keep talking, nobody explodes.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
that skin, I just like put it
That's
right
true.
back on again. The
I'm good at that
lingo,
one.
the rhythm, the techno babble, it all, you know, started clicking in.
Better than that.
But I'm used to like responding to an order and not initiating the orders. So I had to like, oh yeah, engage.
That's so
That's how we start this thing. So
Right.
it took a moment, but I got the hang of it, and it's such a blast. I think that they really nailed it. The graphics, everything, it's so beautiful, but you will forget all of that.
Right.
Because the gameplay is so engaging.
God, it's
Yeah.
so cool.
It's
well,
awesome.
I can't wait to play this game.
I wish I got Patrick Stewart for that.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
Well, you can come over.
Imagine.
We can play with like
To Dr. Lovebox, Robot Loves Kitty has a pretty clever VR Gundam game thought up that hasn't been prototyped yet.
burst into tears in the middle of this conference, so I'll just cry it out with you after. But thank you so much for talking about
My
this with
pleasure.
us today,
My
and
pleasure.
you are dismissed.
But you can't dismiss me unless you outrank me.
It's very clear that I don't rank you by like many levels, so I will just say, make it so, number one.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we've all imagined ourselves on that bridge. Now you get to do it. We're going to have Star Trek Bridge Crew at the Ubisoft booth, and of course when it comes out this fall on all major VR systems.
No applause. No one cared.
What?
There were no signs. It came without warning.
So all major VR systems. That's good. So,
Oh.
bye.
This next one's pretty cool. I don't know what this is.
I was gonna say Assassin's Creed, but no.
This looks. Oh, this is.
But they're also not doing Assassin's.
Oh, is this For Honor?
I hope so. This looks amazing.
This is a cool cinematic so far.
Oh my god.
Doom came to us all.
Oh, it's the hungry water from the Hunger Games.
Not a fun time to be in that town.
It's a bad day for pretty much everybody.
Oh, yep. This is it.
The desperate few struggle to survive.
Oh, I felt like a Titan was getting up. I guess it was just a
Yo, yeah, For Honor, baby. Ooh, this Brienne of Tarth lady coming in hot.
Perhaps we had a chance for peace.
That's awesome.
But desperation and trust are seldom allies. So began a millennium of conflict.
Wow.
That was really cool.
1,000 years of war. The greatest warriors the world has ever known. The reason they fight, lost to the ages. And yet, here they still stand, searching for a
Nothing
sign
tops a good samurai for me.
I will show them. I am Apollyon. I bring war.
That was cool.
Damn. It is. That's the one you opened to see, right, Nick?
Desperation
Yeah, that's the one I really want to
drives
see.
us to
Looks
war.
really good.
It is trust that can end it. Apollyon and her Blackstone legions crave a world where trust is impossible, and the wolves among us can roam free. I'm Jason Vandenberg. I'm the creative director on For Honor. Last year, in our multiplayer reveal, we gave you the chance to experience our new melee combat system, the art of battle. Now, we welcome you to the world of For Honor. In our campaign, be knighted. Join the Blackstone legions to drive your enemies from your lands. As a samurai, unite your people to prevent a civil war and restore the prestige of the empire. And as a Viking, well, I think it's better to just show you.
Nice. Let's get some gameplay.
I'd like
Hey,
you to meet
Jeremy,
our
I think
game
you're a little
director
bit
on
ahead
For
of me.
Honor, Roman Camp.
Tell me when the applause ends after he says, "Let's show you."
Okay. Hang on.
Right now.
Oh, Soriola. Come on out, Roland. Yes. My brother. Good luck. You are the raider. In the aftermath of war, your people were starving. You brought them back. Now, your fleet sails for the lands of the samurai.
I like the way you talk.
And seeking plunder and glory.
He's a good storyteller.
Yeah, he really is killing it here.
Like a young Gandalf.
I want him to be a villain in something.
War had taken
Yeah,
us
surprised.
to the
I
edge
would be
of
surprised if he doesn't
extinction.
voice act.
But that raider reminded us of who we are. We would
This
raid,
isn't gameplay.
but not.
It's still not quite gameplay.
I think it's leading into it.
They showed some last year, so
They
I
knew
assume
we were coming.
show some. Oh, all the different armor.
Very cool. I really like the blue armor of the guys on the ships.
I love the armor.
Here. Getting the boys
What?
a bit of a drum beat. Wow.
Sea spikes.
Oh,
What a genius idea. Can't really get through those. Yes, you can.
Vikings, find a way.
Now the game.
The gates of that
Hello,
fortress
gameplay.
hadn't worked for a century. All we had to do was get through them.
He died immediately.
So embarrassing.
That would suck. I've yet to see that. Maybe they make a build that's just a little bit easier.
Probably.
Cool. I like this combat, I think.
I haven't played Dynasty Warriors, but is this anything like it?
Not exactly.
Slow
I would say somewhat. I would say somewhat, but
Yeah.
I think this is a little bit like, I don't know what the word I want to use.
It looks like it has more emphasis on one-on-one combat rather than you slashing once and killing 50 peons.
Yeah. And it also looks like there's a bit more weight to the
Attacks.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of
our chat agrees with me, heavier than Dynasty Warriors. That's what it is.
Yeah.
There's more weight. To
Dynasty Warriors attacks feel like spinning paper.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which, don't get me wrong, they make it work in their own right, but I
Yeah.
can see why this would be fun too.
Yeah, I think the samurai might be faster, I assume, and then they each feel different. So the Viking is very clunkier character, I guess.
So. Look at those bones around his leg.
Ropes! Grapples here!
Just get that body out of here. I don't need that.
Oh, so violently tossed to the side.
This is amazing.
So scary. Oh, jeez. Watch out for those boxes. Bricks. Oh. Where are those arrows coming from? That's awesome.
Oh.
One warrior
He's kind
made it to the
of shoved his axe up there first, I guess. It's like to send my axe before I get there. Oh!
Oh.
Wow. You know, this is one of 2 games in this conference so
really-
far that I'm pretty sure I'm going to actually buy.
Yeah, this looks promising.
Yeah. Now, Jeremy, I'd like to pose the question to you. How do you think this combat looks compared to that of Dark Souls? Your favorite type of combat game?
I don't know enough. It looks good.
You'd have to play it, you think?
I'd have to play it to be able to really tell the difference. Like, I have no idea what his inputs are right now. I don't know if there's poise. I don't know how you shield break. There's a lot of enemies standing around not hitting him.
So in that way, it's probably like Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah. It's kind of hanging out,
Cinematic.
looking at you.
I haven't seen movies a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, games like that, the smaller, weaker enemies are kind of there for decoration more than anything else. They're not any real opposition.
Yeah, I believe the bigger characters that take a bit more to take down are actual players.
I like that this has a single player, unlike something like Chivalry Medieval Warfare.
My soldiers slaughtered. Soon, I will join them. You opened the gate. Now, you will pay.
Oh wow, look at that. He's changing the position of his sword between 3, or his axe rather.
That looks pretty complex.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
It looks like you have to sort of line it up to be able to block in the right direction.
I actually really love this, I think. And that must be how you guard break too, by positioning it in the probably same direction.
Yeah, you gotta like watch what he's doing and then come in from the
Oh,
right
those
side.
swings are so meaty!
Oh, he's dead. He is dead.
He is gone.
That was super
Wow!
That
Oh, I love
raid
it.
showed us what Viking fury could do. The Great Raid, they would call it. And it had begun.
February 14th.
That's good. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Definitely.
February 14th. Okay.
His hands must be so sweaty.
Knees weak, mom's spaghetti.
For something to give that very special someone in your life, For Honor
Yes, it
will
did
be
die.
available on
Oh
Valentine's
yeah, that's
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Sweet. It's a nice gesture. What could be more romantic than dinner, drinks, and an all-night bender of epic warfare? Either move on forever, or she'll move out in the morning. And if you're in LA, come by the Ubisoft booth to play For Honor. For those of you watching at home, head to forhonorgame.com to register for the very next alpha that will come very soon. All right? Now, here to talk about catapulting of a completely different kind, please welcome producer at Ubisoft Reflections, Pete Young.
James, look!
Oh, James.
Dear God!
It's happening!
At
Oh
Ubisoft,
my goodness.
We get to tell all kinds of stories. Like how we can go from a massive AAA game like For Honor to, well, to a wobbly red robot in a small experimental game. Last year, we surprised you and ourselves with Grow Home, the story of our little robot bud learning how to experience the world around him. And today, I'm really excited to announce that Bud is back.
That's so exciting.
Yep.
And this
I
time,
think this guy's from
he's
Newcastle.
not just growing
Where I'm
home,
from.
he's growing up.
Bit thicker than yours.
Oh yeah. A true Geordie. Oh, what? Is he
Called
gonna get bigger?
Bud Bod.
There we go.
Let's see what this has to offer.
He's done some work.
Very rarely, James, do you get the one thing that you want.
He has a built-in glider!
Oh. Wow.
Oh my god, can you actually go around the spherical world, or is that just for this trailer?
Holy God. Bubbles. This music. Planting. Grow up.
That looked awesome. That was phenomenal.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, that's really
I called it.
Bud will take his first stumbling steps without the watchful eye of Mom. And you'll get to stretch your acrobatic skills across an entire planetary playground.
It is across the planet.
Not only can you forget your words,
Nice.
not only can you ride the giant star plants, but you can throw down seeds and use plants to bounce, shoot, and catapult yourself to new heights, all the way to the moon. We want you to help Bud grow up this August on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
This August?
Thank you and enjoy your
Oh,
three.
yay, Xbox One.
Good God.
There you go, James. Happy birthday.
I'm so happy.
Your accent
Did he say
is so
September?
adorable, you could
He said
forget
August.
to say anything at all.
August.
And just
That's
turn
before
those
we even go
vowels
back to
into
school.
words way up. There were like 18 A's in that word. You're awesome. Now, at its core, Ubisoft is a creative company with an
Jokes
independent
falling
spirit,
flat.
and support for innovative projects is
Again.
a part of its DNA.
Aisha.
But every once in a while, that DNA mutates slightly, and this happens.
Here are the Ubisoft Creative Director Tag Team Champions.
Oh wait, this is something else.
Is this WWE? What?
What's happening?
Nobody knows what's happening.
I'm so scared.
Is that David Bondahar from Call of Duty?
Why is the frame rate so much worse on one
I don't
guy's camera than the other?
He's being filmed on an old GoPro. Alright, so
Oh,
what
okay.
is this?
That guy did not appreciate that.
Yeah, it didn't like the head tussle.
What's happening? Ubisoft,
Is
what are
it
you doing?
Mortal
Is this gonna be the
Kombat?
next DJ here?
Where's Chad? Not you.
That sound like Mortal Kombat.
So I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Hello, I'm Antti Levesso, the creative
Yeah,
director
step to Chad.
of Trials and also President of Finland.
What?
Not true. Not actually the president.
Hello, I'm Dean Evans.
We've entered bacon suit hell.
This Bacon Man? Wait, did they say Blood Dragon?
Trials and Blood Dragon
Oh.
made baby together.
Maybe.
That's right, Auntie. And this horrible problem child
What?
is being delivered right now. Now.
Ooh.
Blood Dragon and
Oh,
what?
oh, what a beautiful
Just
intro.
Trials Evolution?
That was awesome.
Oh, this is beautiful.
This time with their two Cyber Commando kids, Roxanne and Slater.
Play
as the ralliest mean teams this side of Mars and defy gravity on your ultimate Dragon Slayer cyber.
Why are their eyes so messed up?
Protect America with freedom lists and ride on the ridiculous roller coaster of righteousness. Grapple and spin all over the planet.
This looks pretty dope.
What the hell is this?
Trials and Blood Dragon, I guess.
Wait, isn't Trials a bike game?
Okay,
Yeah.
so just no bike, I guess. That's fine.
Sometimes.
Whoa.
What?
Insane.
What?
What's happening?
Together forever today.
Made in Taiwan?
That was bizarre.
Trials and Blood Dragon.
I love that aesthetic.
Out of the
Insane.
frying pan into the fire, says Funky Bones. I agree completely.
Nothing like an 8-bit title to get you excited.
Nope,
As you
not
can tell,
8-bit,
this game's
Aisha.
released, and
Not
in case
8-bit.
you didn't get the incredibly subtle messaging in that video, It is out now on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Well, actually, it's almost out now. We didn't want anybody sprinting off to chase blood dragons while we were still on stage. So the game will be released as soon as this conference ends, about 30 minutes from now.
Oh, wow.
Calm yourselves
Oh,
and
is it a 2-hour
just
conference?
take comfort in the fact that apparently LMFAO
Yeah, this
was
is a long
back
one.
together, guys, so that was nice. All right.
Is part of it PC or is PC directly after?
Guys,
I think she said
this
PC.
Yeah,
is
it's out for PC as
Ubisoft,
well.
And there is, yes it is, my friends, and there is no UBE3 experience without a deep dive into Assassin's Creed.
No,
You know
I thought we
this,
were taking a
and
break
I know
from
this.
Assassin's
And
Creed.
this year is special because Assassin's Creed is
Oh,
about
maybe
to go
the movie.
super
It's probably the movie.
multi-platform. Here to talk about the upcoming Assassin's Creed movie. Please
Okay, thank God. We're just talking about the movie.
I don't know, they could talk about their mobile game.
Michael Fassbender. Michael Fassbender.
Ah, they didn't bring out Michael Fassbender.
No, Michael Fassbender. That's cool. I've been watching the trailer at work a lot.
All right.
Looks pretty
So,
good.
Frank, thank you so much for coming today.
Great
now,
to be
in
here.
case, I'm excited to have you. In case people don't know, you have worked on some of the hugest films and film franchises that have ever existed in our history. Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, the Bourne films, Jurassic World. So what drew you specifically to this project?
Well, I think
This guy has
for me,
quite
it's
the,
kind of simple. I'm always looking for
catalog.
a good story.
Great portfolio
And
minus
I
Jurassic
thought
World.
that the Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed universe really had all the elements that could make a great movie.
Yeah.
So it was kind of our goal as the filmmakers to take these elements and stay respectful to the franchise and the DNA of the brand, and bring something new to the franchise that could be experienced in movie theaters. So we have a new story, we have a new hero, dynamic supporting players and characters. So we kind of mixed a little bit of the old up and the familiar with a new element.
And this is such a storied franchise. There is so much to draw from. I think everybody is super stoked to see that Michael Fassbender is playing the lead role. Yes. Yeah, it's an incredible cast all around. What can you tell us about what went into making this film?
Well, it's really a kind of a massive production. We shot in 3-4 different countries. Obviously, there's an historical aspect to the story where we go back in time just like in the game. But we really wanted to get the right team to put together the movie, and we started with our director, really esteemed, fantastic director named Justin Kurzel, who had just worked with Mr. Fassbender on Macbeth. And he's really a true visionary who understands the best elements of the game and how to translate them into the movie. Then we assembled a team of really incredibly talented people to surround him with.
Does anyone else also feel the most uninterested that they felt all day?
Using these real locations.
No, I'm just worried about this. I'm trying to get an idea of how this movie's gonna be, because this guy doesn't strike me as a gamer, and I also didn't enjoy Jurassic World. So
I hated Jurassic World.
Did he do Jurassic World?
Yeah.
He misunderstood what made Jurassic Park so excellent.
Yes.
And
apparently also Indiana Jones, and I'm not sure.
The
which
new one,
'cause I'm
the
pretty
Crystal
sure-
Skull, that one was garbage.
I'm pretty sure Spielberg did the originals. So.
Yes. So he
Yes,
probably did
not
the
so
Crystal
sure.
Skull, which was really
I
bad.
went to a panel about the Warcraft movie, which was structured similarly to this. And rather than talking about the Warcraft movie, the director and the lead actor spent the entire time talking about Warcraft and playing World of Warcraft.
And how dope it is.
The movie so far has been receiving mixed reception, but I feel like there's something to be said about the director and some of the cast talking more about the game than about their vision of the game. But it shows that they at least care about the franchise to some capacity.
Yeah, I just looked at the director for Warcraft. He only did 2 movies before this. Moon and Source Code.
And I haven't yet to see the Warcraft movie, but I feel like I still want to see it, despite what
it looks
they're
good.
saying.
More than anybody here has seen already. So we're going
Okay,
have
good. We get to have a look at it.
exclusive video that gives you a sneak peek behind the curtain and shows you everything that went into making.
I don't think it's gonna be that much of a sneak peek.
Sneak peek,
Video's gonna be
baby!
everywhere.
Hey, you know,
Well,
It's a
since
sneak
the
for
trailer's
us.
not showing yet, and they're talking about something we don't care about. For those watching the stream on Twitch, there is a donation button below that is set to go towards sending us to next year's E3 to do all this coverage in person. So if you'd like to donate any amount of money, just go ahead and click that sucker down there, or don't. I won't judge. You're welcome here.
All right, and
Alright,
here is the sneak peek trailer. Faces go away.
I'm excited for Michael Fassbender though, so fingers crossed, big time.
Okay.
Oh, this is the production of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I was like, I saw a camera.
The assassins are fighting for free will.
Oh, I love him so much.
Their main rivals are
Definitely.
Templars. The Templars are trying to enhance humankind through science.
Templars.
My favorite superhero movie is only my favorite superhero movie because he carried the whole film. That was X-Men First Class.
That's come before you. The overall journey of the film is through the eyes of our protagonist, the Michael Fassbender's playing.
Michael Fassbender is so handsome.
Good looking dude.
Talented fella too.
Animus looks pretty intense.
From a lineage of assassins.
He realizes the true history of himself, and he creates a kind of revolution.
We work in the dark to serve the light. We are assassins.
I have a feeling that there's gonna be,
And there's many other strong
I don't know, a lot less of the assassin part in this movie than people. Because in the game it was like 5% out of the Animus, 95% in as playing as an assassin.
Yeah, it looks
feel
like there's
that
a lot
should be
of
way-
modern day in this.
Yeah, I think it might be like a 40-60.
This is such the normie choice for what video game to make into a movie. The movie franchise that the games industry all gets together and agrees is overdone and commercialized.
I think this could be a good movie though.
It
I
might
think
be a
that-
good, decent movie. I don't know.
Yeah, if they were gonna make an Ubisoft game into a movie, I would have picked Just Dance.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think Just Dance
You
is
know,
the right move.
for a cinematic experience.
I think we need another Mario movie.
Over the years, we played
Far
the
Cry
game,
movie could
but
be
I can't
cool.
think of a better choice.
That would have been interesting.
Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
Or get Boss.
Get Voss.
All right.
My gosh.
Just me? Okay. Now for our next game.
We're getting weird about it. Oh.
Dogs.
Watch Dogs 2. Let's learn more.
Yay.
Oh no, the stream got
Corporate interests are rigging the elections. Your elections. Your favorite social media giant, Invite, knows everything about you. And they're manipulating your feed to tailor your opinion to their interests. They are fooling you into voting for their puppet, Congressman Mark Russ. Invite wields the single most powerful population control tool ever created. Defend democracy. Help us tear down Invite. Lend us your processing power by downloading our app, and together, we will expose Congressman Thruss. Join us. We are DedSec.
Hello everyone, and welcome into the San Francisco Bay Area, the birthplace of the tech revolution and Watch Dogs 2's new playground. This time, you will join DedSec, a hacker group rebelling against an establishment that uses technology to take away our freedom. You are Marcus Holloway, a brilliant young hacker on a mission to take back control from this establishment. Now, we all live in a hyper-connected world. Everything we use and every one of us is connected through technology.
From the perspective of a hacker,
Look at those little
this
doggies.
world is filled with opportunities. So in Watch Dogs 2,
Oh my god, you know what
everything
I'm drawing
around
an
you
incredible
can be
parallel to
in
here
creative ways.
is the sort of curve that the Purge movies had, where the biggest flaw for the first movie was scale. You know, for something as important as the Purge, I don't care about one family, I care about how it affects, you know, the larger scale of things.
And you're not alone.
And I think if they take that looks to be like the direction they're taking here.
That's true. The scale of your motivation for the first game was very, very, very small. It was saving one individual.
Yeah, I hope that's the case, because
Let's deal with invite.
I hope it goes the same way as the Purge movies too. Because the first one was bad, second one was good, so hopefully this one will be good.
Because the first game had a lot of stuff that I really, really loved doing. Just like the little stuff like walking around and listening to people's conversations and learning about who they are.
Was there any like integration of like a phone app or something in the first game? Because
There was.
Like, this is perfect for it.
There was an integration of a phone app. It was pretty cool.
Okay, people.
That's cool.
Strictly by the book. Don't paint outside the lines and stay frosty.
Stay frosty.
There it is.
You just don't get it, do ya?
The Bay Area is filled with stories you can choose to explore. But for now, let's just check what happens when that second filtrate the politicians spent out to find evidence that Invite might have helped them rig the election.
Why is everyone using their computer outside?
Yo, check it out.
You can see the whole city from here.
Whole lot of people out there, man. Whole lot of people.
This guy is super edgy.
Yeah. Cool. Ooh, I like his mask.
He so is though.
Oh, is he like that Dead Mouse character from the first game? Might be.
You know it's gonna be a hell of a fight turning them back into people.
Fucking A, man. Okay, Jim. You find the evidence, and I'll mount our exit strategy.
Look at all those spikes.
I want to make a mask like that. God damn. I gotta learn how to use Arduino.
Me too.
I wouldn't want to touch that guy because I feel like I'd lose.
Hey, is that the congressman?
You drop all your rings.
Fuck you.
Marcus, the building just went off the grid. We can't get in or see inside.
They're up to something. I'll see what.
Another foldable drone. Interesting.
Hey, cool, it's Red Wing.
Nice.
They got armed help in there. Something's definitely up. They're scrubbing the evidence.
Get us access, Marcus, before it all gets wiped.
I'll get you inside the system. Once I do, you use the botnet to brute force your way in and download everything you can.
But once you start downloading, they'll know you're inside.
It wouldn't be a party if they didn't. And I've got a surprise for them.
Where are we on wiping the Congressman's cloud?
That's done, but there's a team at Invite scrubbing the backups, too.
They're good at this?
They're the best computer forensics team we have. You pay top dollar, you get top talent.
That's what I want to hear.
Time to hack into the mainframes. That's shocking.
Yo, Satara, I'm ready to go in. Play me something fresh.
This is fresh.
Yeah.
No, I'm in no way referring to the mechanics at all, but the tone of this game, like the narrative tone, is reminding me a lot of Infamous Second Son. I mean, like the whole tyrannical government approach and everything.
There's something over there.
Already done. This isn't our first rodeo.
So already this is using a lot more non-lethal combat options than the trailer for the first game shown at E3. Looks like he does have the option to pick up guns though.
Oh, I wonder if you can start the car.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he's gonna do.
Ha! Little jump.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
Oh man, okay, I'm an advocate for this game. It's looking awesome.
It's just looking pretty good so far. He has yet to kill anybody so far. I'm liking that.
Now all we need is to see whether or not killing anyone makes a difference.
Yeah, that's very important. Yeah, he just keeps tasing dudes. Ha! Ha 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 ha! This game's got mad style.
Oh, absolutely. This is such a massive shift from the last one.
It's not taking itself nearly as seriously.
That's amazing.
Dead suck.
Holy fuck, this is awesome.
You can move your guys later, man. Because we are just getting started.
Alright, that was pretty tight. A lot of my initial concerns about the second one are
What did I
diminished.
say? You know, that is.
They look like they learned.
Watch Dogs 2 comes out on November
too bad.
15th, 2016 on PS4,
I'd still
Xbox
wait
One,
to buy it.
and
I wouldn't
PC. It's so
buy
cool
it
to see my
without reading anything on it
in that
first, though.
game.
Yeah, I'm definitely
And,
gonna keep my eyes
like
on it.
you, whenever I'm infiltrating a corrupt politician's penthouse, I also listen to Eric B. and Rakim. And now, I'd like to welcome Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot to tell you a little bit more about Watch Dogs.
Hello everyone, thank you for being with us today. So as you may remember, when we launched the first time Watch Dogs with the PS4, it was a major success. And that was really thanks to Sony and the push they did have on this game. So today, I'm very happy to tell you that we are going to continue with Sony and we are going to do Watch Dogs 2 with them. So I would like to ask Tim from Sony to come with us and tell you more about it. Thank you. Thank you, Jim.
Hello, Jim. Welcome.
Thanks, Eve. That's right. We've been really impressed by Watch Dogs ever since Ubisoft first showed the game right here back in 2012. I think you were there that night. Sony and Ubisoft partnered on that game in the early days of the PlayStation 4.
I remember that.
And then our partnership went even further. A while back, Sony Pictures Entertainment signed up with Ubisoft Motion Pictures to produce a Watch Dogs feature film with New Regency Productions. After what is shaping up to be an amazing Assassin's Creed film, we think Watch Dogs is set to be the next video game-based blockbuster movie.
Yeah, it's an incredibly filmic game. Yeah, it looks so cool.
So they're making a movie of that too, huh?
Why?
Just
stop.
Think about who your lead
I don't know.
is going to be. So
Hacking doesn't seem that interesting.
Jordan or a Tay Diggs or
To
an
watch.
Aisha Tyler,
I
who
don't
is
know.
tall and black and slightly masculine.
Granted,
That's
it's
what
more
I'm
than
thinking,
hacking
you
and
know?
all, but
We can talk about it backstage.
I'll be waiting.
Now, I understand you also brought something very special to share with our PlayStation players out there, right?
That's right. PlayStation owners will have access to all Watch Dogs 2 DLCs 30 days before they're released on any other platform.
Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. That's a killer deal for the PlayStation Nation. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jim. And now we're going to take one more look at the wild hacker playground that is Watch Dogs 2.
I know I've said it like 3 times, but I have to say it again. I really love Aisha Tyler.
She's kind of cringy for me.
Francisco Bay.
They got a lot of air off that jump.
Way too much.
This week,
Looks like a good cast.
Yeah.
Literally the most fit hacker in the world. And of course, what's a game about hackers without a few good robots? So if you pre-order the limited edition of Watch Dogs 2, you'll get your very own Wrench Jr., a hack security robot from the game. It's probably not going to help you oust a corrupt corporate overlord with a stranglehold on your city, but it is radio controlled and so quite useful for annoying your coworkers and ending unwanted relationships. All right, folks. We have one more game to show you today, and we all know that Eve likes to be the one to announce the next big thing, so I'll let him take it away.
Assassin's Creed.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eve Yemo.
no, I don't think they're doing Assassin's Creed game.
They're taking a break.
I know they're not doing it this year. I wonder.
So I'm excited to tell you about
It's gotta be a Just
our
Dance
new
RPG.
IP.
A new IP.
Studio in the French Alps.
Heyo.
The studio has a lot of multiplayer expertise. You know, those guys have done Splinter Cell multiplayer. They have done also Assassin's Creed multiplayer, and they worked on The Division on some part of the game. So for the first time, we are combining the thrill of action sports with a fully explorable open world. So this game will give you a chance to challenge your friends and to share your adventures with the community. It's a completely new genre, and I am sure you will love it. Thank you.
A new genre, he claims. Let's learn more.
Are you
Swear
just
to
trying
God,
to be
if
the
it's not
most
an
extreme?
Overwatch shooter.
They're just extreme sports simulator, essentially.
It's that moment where I've committed to leaving, but I haven't left the Earth yet. Nothing you can do but charge forward.
What I love the most in the mountains is that I can do anything I want. It's pure freedom.
You know, there's always a bit of fear. If you don't have a little fear, you know, then you're a little crazy, I think.
Nothing else matters up here. All the chaos is just gone. No one else around.
The moment my feet leave the Earth, everything else disappears. It's pure adrenaline. It's what I live for.
This game has our friend Brad written all over it.
Yeah.
Is this like extreme sports or?
Looks like it.
I guess.
But I guess it's multiplayer and open world. That sounds kind of cool.
Sponsored by GoPro, because they'll have GoPros.
The last good snowboarding game I played was SSX 2 or 3, and that was tight.
Oh, SSX.
You know, you can paint your own picture. That's what the beauty of it is.
Yeah, I don't know why they claim this is a
Try something that
new genre. I've played snowboarding games before.
Well, it's also parachuting.
Yeah.
Wing
I mean, Just Cause does that.
Ubisoft Winter Sports. Steep.
Cool.
Hello everyone, I'm Studio Manager Rebecca Coutaz.
And I'm Creative Director Igor Manceau.
We are from Ubisoft Annecy at the base of the Alps, just a few miles from the tallest peak in Europe, Le Mont Blanc. From our studio windows, we are surrounded by the mountains, and they have inspired us to develop the game that we are here to show you today.
Up in these mountains, sport isn't always about winning. Sometimes it's just about doing awesome things with your friends and living life to the fullest.
And sometimes it's just about capturing those memorable moments and sharing them with your friends. Let's show some gameplay. Take it away, Igor.
Thank you.
With your friends.
With your friends. Do it with your friends, idiot.
On with friends, co-op. All very
Friends,
prominent.
friends. I have friends, lots of friends.
That was good.
Alright, so this is the game.
Welcome to the world of Steep, a massive open world partially set in the Alps, at the intersection of Italy, Austria, Switzerland, and France. We're currently flying over Aiguille du Mont Blanc, and in case you're wondering, aiguille means needles. First thing we'll do is land on a small rock over there. And notice a man on the right, walking up to the... That's another player from the community.
Anyone else getting stream buffering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's coming from their end.
From here, we can now enjoy the view and observe the world around us. That big guy in front of you is the Mont Blanc, the biggest summit in the region.
Oh, good old Mont
In
Blanc.
the distance, you can see the Matterhorn, one of the wildest spots in the game. And on the right, you've got the Aravis Range, the region we come from, where Ubisoft Annecy stands. In Steep, we developed a really cool observation tool. We call it Mountain View. Mountain View allows you to zoom out from your position, observe the world, and navigate into the environment. Our mountain range will be populated by drop zones. Drop zones are entry points for you to drop in the world.
Drop zones.
I
let's get back to
wonder
our
how
initial
accurate this mountain is.
Besides
This
drop
is the real
zones,
deal.
the
Was
game
it
will
the,
However accurate it is, it is beautiful.
Scanned it. Yeah.
The one in front of us
They probably
is
got like
pixel
a
activity.
black and white height map or something like that.
And as the other player drops in,
Just imported it to like the terrain editor. Like
Yeah.
they didn't put any effort in. They're like, yeah, here you go. It'll look fun.
I mean, they said it's like 4 countries or something that takes place in. So.
It's the intersection of 4 countries in the Alps.
Okay.
I think the only way you could get me to play a sports game is if it's winter sports. They're always so speed oriented.
I don't know. This isn't doing it for me.
Neat, just not my
It's alright.
not my thing.
Its own standalone game.
I hope it's not like
It's one of those games
$60
that-
game.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's one of those games I'd enjoy if it were like a PS Plus game.
Mhm.
Who knows? Maybe it'll flop and then end up as a PS Plus game.
Oh!
That man is so dead.
That dude got messed up.
That would be so horrifying. Can you imagine?
silver medal.
Just dealing with your,
I mean,
your
you
buddies
probably
and one of them
wouldn't. You
dies
probably
in
would
front
not
of
be-
you.
One
and
of them
you
straight
know.
up dies.
But we'd like to introduce you to another region.
I thought you meant for the person who got
let's
hit. I was
switch
like, they
to
probably
Mountain
don't.
and head over to Aravis.
Well, not there for much more.
Yeah, they're not scared for much longer.
Yeah.
Scared and then it's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he go to Mont Blanc?
To show you what it's like
Shut up about Mont Blanc.
with your
He
friends
was
or
pretty
with
much
other
just
players from the community.
his friend died on Mont Blanc.
I'm so
I don't wanna
sorry.
go there.
I don't want to go there. My friend died on Mont Blanc.
You know what? Big complaint.
Yo, I love this the like shader that's going on with this fresh snow and they're carving through it. That looks really good. It reminds me of the sand shader that they use in Journey.
One thing that Ubisoft has come under fire for a lot has been, you know, not diversifying their casts. And I'm noticing that taking a major shift so far this year.
Yeah, my god. They're really doing a good job. I was so ready to make way more 30-year-old white men jokes, but...
And then all of a sudden Watch Dogs 2, you know.
Yeah.
And they're doing it in a way that doesn't feel like pandering. It
Yeah,
feels
where it's not
natural.
like, get it? He's black. Get it?
Yeah.
It's like, look,
exactly.
it's like, look, a human being that's not white. Imagine. Well, this guy's going way too fast down this slope.
Now I'd like to show you something special. If we go back to Mountain View, take a look
Another
at that
one of his friends died in
Every
front
line
of
you
him,
do in the world creates
or
a
at least
trail.
bailed pretty
And
hard.
that trail is really cool.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It not only allows you to check
Wow.
what you've done on your ride, so you can analyze your line, but it also allows you to launch a replay of what you've seen and what you've done.
Ah.
Oh.
You can rewind, pause.
So for the guy who died, you can watch his torment
Let's watch
over
the guy
and over.
die again.
Go slow mo.
That's cool.
Idiot.
I like this mode.
This is like the
Wingsuit guy just kinda,
And
wow,
follow
that was
any
a fun time.
players you've met.
it's like the highlight reels in
And the
Mario
idea
Kart
here is
8.
to allow you to
Yeah.
push that replay of your performances. Or just crashes
Oh.
to all social networks so you can share it with
Oh.
others. Even
Man,
better.
that snow carving in looks
Not
awesome.
only can you share videos, but
Yeah,
say you
that's
like
deep.
that jump
So,
on the cliff.
holy
You
Funky
know
Bone
it's
says
what
this
you
looks like a good
You
game
can push
to
it as a
relax
challenge
and
to your
mellow out
friends.
to. I could agree
Define
with
the
that if you get
rules,
some good music.
Share it so it
You know,
becomes
yeah.
part of the content
Yeah.
your friends will see in their game. But let's catch up with our red paraglider.
Spending a lot more time on their games than Microsoft did.
Yeah, so I don't know what's getting
I guess they
buffering.
have lots to go.
There was a little bit.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my god, these people getting just destroyed by trees. Just keep throwing bodies at the
This
problem
clown
here.
is
Oh.
terrifying.
Oh, I like that.
Oh.
Oh! Oh.
Chimera, or throw your character down a hill when you're feeling down.
First one to crash and die wins.
Thrilling, crazy, or just pure fun moments. And it's also about the mountains.
Ding dong.
Yeah.
He's dead.
I think I'm like 10 seconds ahead of you guys now that I refreshed. Oh, is this that Coldplay song?
I don't think I've ever heard this song before.
I'm not gonna lie. That was actually...
That looks pretty cool. I don't think I'll buy it, but like if someone has it, I would love to play.
I can see myself getting it at a discount of like $20. I wouldn't pay 60 for it.
We're inviting you all onto the mountain as soon as tomorrow. Steep will be fully playable on the show floor.
No.
I have a feeling it could be released this holiday season.
To register for a chance to participate.
If you're into that, you can get it on the beta.
Oh.
Register.
This game ships
Late fall.
this December. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. We got a lot done today, and we are very
lot of games.
But before
Beta.
we go, we want to bring Ubisoft
Yeah.
CEO Yves Guillemot and all of the teams behind
Holiday
the games
season,
that we
we
have
got
on
it.
stage during our show back out here one more time. Come on out, everybody. This is going to be like the end of Saturday Night Live, only all the game devs have not been drinking for hours. Although I'm sure they'll start very soon. Rock and leave.
Does that include the dances?
There they are. No, wait, those are the bacon men. No dancers.
So,
Shame.
Good.
as you could see, you know,
Where's
that
the
was
giraffe, man?
a fantastic game.
Ugh.
And
That's
I
less
think
sharp.
it's just the beginning, because as you know, this game will be live for a long time. So those guys are going to give you a lot more. So I would like to thank you, all Ubisoft teams, and Aisha, for their creativity and all the
She's
passion
very
they
tall.
have. I would like also to thank you, all the gamers. We are only here because of you. We really love you guys, because you always push
Enormous
us
hands.
for excellence. As Aisha said, this year, Ubisoft celebrates our 30 years birthday. That means 30 years in the best industry in the world.
Aww. Thanks, Mang.
I felt that. That was real. Amen to
Video
that.
games, because the real
Guy's adorable.
innovation and
That's
magic happens
What a cute old man.
These guys in the crowd.
Do you want coffee, buddy?
Free to innovate, free to express themselves, free to take risks and have fun. That's what got us here today, and that is what will drive us for another 30 years and beyond. Because when you are free, there is no failure. There is only forward.
I wonder if his ending sentence was more motivational in French or something.
The Hunger Games?
Oh,
Darn it.
with children.
Let me go ahead and kick down the volume here.
Yeah.
This little thing that doesn't matter. There we go.
Wow, that was really awesome.
It's pretty good.
You know,
That was a good conference.
This has been the most consistently good E3 that I've ever witnessed.
Yeah.
For sure. Like back to back, just really solid quality content, you know, and Ubisoft has shown a real sort of love for, or they've rather emphasized,
They've really emphasized a love for parkour.
Yeah, and like the most important thing about our industry is that it's so conversational because the medium's so interactive. You know, it's really a dialogue between player and developer that sort of keeps refining it in a way that like movies and music just don't have. So
it's all about MDA, baby.
It's beautiful. So our next broadcast
is going to start at
Sony
8:45. Yep.
Unfortunately, I will not be there for that one.
Nicholas will be
I
here.
had fun being on these two. And this is my last one, actually. So, good job, guys. I do have to go now, though. So,
right. Farewell,
great
James.
stream. Yeah. Have a good one, boyos. Thanks for having me.
You too.
Alright, and that's probably going to mess up all the faces for the remainder of the stream, but it's alright because we're ending soon.
Yeah.
What is this? Some sort of musical ending? What is this?
I don't know.
Intense
Why?
is what-
Are they gonna share something? No.
No. I guess it's just them chilling and getting a drink. Right on. So, that was the Ubisoft conference.
Yep. Sony will be our next and last one for tonight. Starting at 8:45 is when we plan to be streaming our little introduction stuff. Talk a little bit about what we're expecting of Sony and what we've seen otherwise today. Again, feel free if you'd like to hit that donate button or to head over to Mustapha's Game Room or MMOExaminer to stay up to date on gaming news, reviews, and exclusive content. Thank you all for tuning in and come back soon for more from the Game Room.